Good morning to the doctor. We from Group 60. Today we want to present application of mathematics and statistics in business, ATF 31303. The title is a study on comparison between PMI and the charges. He is our group member. Ahmad Irfan Sidullah bin Saiful Idris, Muhammad Haris bin Luqman, Nur Aiman Izwan bin Hairi Iqwan, Widishi, and me, Wong Galok. My name is Wong Galok. My number metric card is A33 A1455. Now I want to present the part introduction. This study aims to learn SPSS for data collection, declaration, graphic, display, sections, and statistical analysis of a data set. Data declaration, variable and measurement. Measurement for the age is numerical. Measurement for the gender is categorical. BMI is numerical. Children, numerical. Smoker, categorical. Regions, categorical. Charges is numerical. The provided data set offer numerous benefits through statistical data analysis, particularly in understanding the attributes and correlations among variables. The first one is descriptive statistics. Summarizing statistics and analyzing categorical variables like age, BMI, children, and charges help understanding data, central tendency, and dispersions, providing variables insight into the dataset compositions. The second is data visualizations. Histogram, box plot, bar chart, and pie chart are useful tools for visualizing numerical values, identifying outliers, and displaying categorical frequency in datasets. The third is exploratory data analysis. Analyzing numerical and categorical variables such as age, BMI, children, and charges can reveal questions, connections for predictive modeling, while cross-tabulations help understand their interrelationship. The fourth is inferential statistics. Hypothesis, tests, and regressions models can be used to determine statistical significance of almost difference or associations in data, providing valuable predictive insight. Next is identify trend and pattern. Cluster analysis help identify similar health profile or insurance charges by analysis pattern across variables like age and location. Provide insight into specific factor impeding outcome. The last is decision making and policy formulations. The understanding the impact of factors like BMI and smoker on health, insurance cost and health assets risk, determines premiums and address rigorous disparities in healthcare.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Muhammad Haris bin Luqman. Now I will present on the sampling and data selection. To perform sampling of the data population of 1,338, we list down the metric numbers of our group members and extract the last two digits from all of them. Then take the smallest and the largest numbers from the extracted two-digit numbers and perform selection of cases in SPSS. Based on the table given, the last two digits of our group members metric numbers are 36, 07, 32, 24, and 55. The smallest number will be 07 and the largest number will be 55. This implies that we would select 493 cases from the first 555 cases, where the figure of 493 resulted from 500 minus 07, which is the lowest one, and 555 result from 500 plus 55, which is the largest number. Therefore, the sample selection of our study is 493 cases from the first 555 out of 1,338 data population. After we determine the sample selection of our study, we use the following step to perform a random sampling technique in SPSS. First, we go to the data and choose select cases, and second, click random sample of cases and select the sample. And third, select the exactly and put the number 493, and the next column is 555, and then click continue. And lastly, don't forget to tick on button delete unselected cases, and then click OK. After that process was completed, the new data set will be appear in SPSS, which is 493 cases from the first 555 out of 1,338 data population for further analysis in next session. I think that's all from me, and the next session I will pass to my colleague. Thank you.
Okay, so I will explain for the descriptive table. For the firstly age, the average age of the individual in the dataset is 39.72 years for mean, and then the standard deviation of 40.6 years indicate how much the age vary from the average age. Okay, for secondly, we go into BMI. BMI means that the average BMI of the individual is 30.62. For the standard deviation of 5.95 suggests the extent of depression of variation in BMI value around the mean. So for children, we are going to mean on average individual have 1.03 children. This the standard deviation of 1.2 indicate variability in the number of children per individual. For charge, mean the average medical charge incurred by individual are 30,177.91. Next deviation, the standard of 11,758.54 show a high degree of variation in the medical charge, indicating that some individual may has very high or very low charge compared to the average. Okay, for graphical representation, show the histogram that the gender distribution in dataset, highlighting an almost equal split between males, coordinating 2.245, coordinate with for 9.70%, and then for female 248, cognitive 50.30%, which a total of 493 participants. So green bar represent males and yellow bar represent female, which embedded percentage for clarity. This graph help in the understudy sample composition and verify data quality. And in display frequency distribution of nominal variable like gender is useful in research paper.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Irfan Sirullah, and my metric number is A23B1336. Now I will present about hypothesis testing. First of all, I will tell you about different H0 and H1. H0 is there is no significant different charges between smoker and non-smoker, and H1 is there is a significant different charges between smoker and non-smoker. So what is hypothesis testing? The hypothesis testing is a statistical method to draw conclusion about a population based on sample, reducing the risk making wrong decision. So the statistical test use, there are two use of the statistical test. The first one is independent sample t-test, to compare average charges between two groups, smoker versus non-smoker. And the second is one-way ANOVA, to compare average charges among more than two groups, such as different BMI. So the difference between these two is the independent sample t-test is to compare charges about two groups, just two, and the one-way ANOVA is more than two, 3, 4. So for the t-testing, in the table you can see the group statistic, independent sample test, and independent sample effect size. So for the group statistic, this column indicate the two groups being compared, smoker and non-smoker. As you can see, there's two charges, no, that's mean for non-smoker, and yes for the smoker. And N is for the case mean, standard deviation, and standard error mean. And for the independent sample t-test is for equality of mean. This is the main t-test, which assess if there is a statistically significant difference in the mean charges between smoker and non-smoker. And the independent sample effect size, this section show different measure of effect size, which quantify the magnitude of the difference between the two groups. Here Cohen D is 7.65, 0.73505, indicating a large effect size according to common interpretation. So now, based on this table, the smoker incurred significantly higher charges compared to non-smoker, less than 0.001. The average charges for smoker was 3,207.60 compared to 8,761.55 for non-smoker. So now for the one-way ANOVA, the difference between HO and H1, there is no significant mean difference of charges between the BMI. And for the H1 there is significant mean difference of charges between the BMI. For the one-way ANOVA is compare means of more than two groups. For example, for charges across different BMI categories, followed by post hoc test if ANOVA is significant to identify specific group with different means. Example, investigating the relationship between BMI categories and medical charges. ANOVA can be used to see if the charges differ significantly between BMI group, like underweight, healthy weight, overweight, and obese. So as you can see here, this is example of one-way ANOVA table. So based on this table, the weight group shows significant difference in the measurement, less than 0.001, and to keep post hoc test reveal all weight groups to be statistically distinct. Underweight individual differ significantly from healthy weight individual, and healthy weight individual differ significantly from overweight individual, less than 0.001. And the lastly is overweight individual differ significantly from obese individual, less than 0.001. And for the case processing summary for ANOVA table, in the table you can see there's charges between BMI category, underweight, healthy weight, overweight, and obese. And the valid N is a case and percentage for valid case. And the case missing is a missing case. And the total is between total of valid case and case missing. So the BMI category here are the categories of body mass index, that's mean BMI, used in the study. The four groups shown in the table including underweight, healthy weight, overweight, and obese. And the N, this column include total case at each BMI category. For instance, underweight has 46 case, healthy weight has 227, overweight has 179 case, obese has 41 case. For the valid percentage is this column tells us what percentage of record are valid for each BMI category. In this example, all the case is 100% in each column are valid because there is no missing information. And for the missing information, this column display how many missing value exist in per BMI category. So there is no missing value in this dataset. That's all from me. I will pass to another presenter.
Hello, my name is Wee Zhu, metric number A23B2524. Today I want to present about the conclusion. This study employed SPSS for a truth-up statistical analysis, emphasizing data collections, descriptive and inferential statistics, which yield valuable insights into the datasets features, including the mean age of 39.72 years and mean of BMI is 30.62. Graphical representations such as histogram and box plots enhance the visual understanding of data distribution. While hypothesis testing and t-test reveal substantial disparities in insurance charge between smoker and non-smokers, with smokers having significantly greater insurance charges. The finding emphasizes the significance of statistical analysis in decision making and policy creation, particularly in the health insurance industry, as understanding the influence of factors like BMI and smoking status on healthcare costs allows stakeholders to evaluate risk more precisely and distribute resources more optimally, ultimately enhancing the quality of decision making in both commercial and healthcare domains. That's all from me. Thank you.